Hi, Mike.
Hey, Percy.
Hey, I'm just curious, what did you see out of like Marcus tonight?
Well, I thought in the first half he didn't have the same pop as he did in the second. I thought in the second half he really gave us a huge spark. You know, we were getting shots, opportunities, and so having a guy in the game that could shoot it and make it was huge. We were able to get stops. We found him in transition. Eric made a couple of great passes to him. And you know, Marcus has that ability to score. And once he was hot, it was fire. You know, he really helped us in this game to have a chance to win for sure.
And then your thoughts on your defense, particularly as it pertains to like Johnny. Obviously, you guys did a really good job with almost everybody else, but with Johnny, he just got free a whole lot.
He's a great shooter. He had a big game recently, and he was hot. And what we're doing is a little bit of an adjustment. We're going to a little bit of a matchup, and that takes a lot of communication. And you know, we broke down in communication a couple times, and they capitalized on it. And got to give Johnny a lot of credit. He's a confident shooter. They moved him around, and you know, he made the shots.
Hey, and if I can ask, just this last one from me. Obviously, it's a quick turnaround for you guys. Just a thought on the game Monday against Wazoo. It seems that series has gotten, you know, maybe even more testy or heated or emotional than it has in the past.
Yeah, listen, they're, you know, a good team, and we're in the same state, and you know, we're both very competitive and both want to win. And you know, they've got us the last 3 times. That's what it is. You know, every game that we play, we want to win and compete. We believe, like even in this last game, if we can rebound the way that we did tonight, and for the most part shoot the way that we did, and shared a little bit more, that we can beat any team in our league if you're number 1 or if you're number 12. And you know, we're really focused on how we can be better and up against us. But you know, be a very competitive game, and we've got to be able to match that or even exceed it.
Awesome, Mike. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
Lauren,
you.
go ahead, Lauren.
Hey, Hop. When you look at this game down the stretch where it kind of could have gone either way, what did you guys need to do that you didn't do in order to kind of seal that win?
Well, we lost Johnny late, and where they hit a big 3, and you know, we had missed some shots around the basket. We were 11 for 37 in the paint, and I thought there was some point blank shots. And when you're playing a team of this caliber, you know, we got to do better. But for the most part, you know, it's all about execution. I thought we got some decent shots. We had you know, for the most parts, we were in foul trouble again, which doesn't always help. But you know, you need to get stops, and you need to be able to score. And we broke down a couple times, and then offensively, we didn't execute to the ability that we normally do when we're playing well. And so that's what it comes down to. It's all about executing late in games on both ends of the floor. And tonight we just came up a little bit short.
And then this is the second time you've played UCLA tough. What have you been able to do against them defensively that's worked for you guys?
You know, a lot of these games, it comes back to, you know, just matchups. I thought we did a really good job tonight of, you know, Cody Raley, you know, when he plays the minutes that he plays, they go to him more than anybody. And we did get in foul trouble, but for the most part, we held him. He's even only to 4 rebounds in 24 minutes. In our other game, I forget what he had. He had 7 offensive rebounds. We thought that was a huge part. I thought we did a good job on Tiger Campbell for the most part. It was Johnny Juzang. He put them on their back a little bit, and he made some tough shots when they needed to. But other than that, we executed our game plan on the defensive end. There was a couple breakdowns with Johnny that we can get better at, but you know, we battled. So that's the key. Regardless of who you play, you got to battle, you got to communicate. And tonight we did a decent job, a better job than we have in the other games, and I think that's why we've done a good job against UCLA.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Chris Fetters.
Hey, Hop, just to bounce off of Lauren's question with the defense, when you guys went for that stretch of almost 9 minutes in the first half, holding them to no points, what was really going well, and is that now something that you can kind of hang your hat on going forward?
Always. We've had great stretches, I think, Chris, in a lot of different areas. It's just the consistency over time, and obviously you're never going to shut anybody out, especially the caliber of this team. But when you're active, when you're communicating, when you have energy, you can do anything. And, even at the beginning of the game when we were down 11-0, we just didn't play with energy. And so we took 2 or 3 of the guys out, we put energy in the game, and we got right back in the game. And, that's what's big for us is keeping energy on the floor. And when you're energized and you're connected, you're talking better, you're defending better. And, for that 9 minutes, that's what got us back in the game and given us a lead for a little bit of the game. So energy, communication are the key.
I'm really loath to ask you about the officiating, but in the second half, trying to get over the hump, how aggressive did you feel like you needed to stay, especially considering they just didn't seem to want to call anything in the paint?
Yeah, you know what? It's a hard game to officiate. Our guys, I thought we could be more aggressive. It's a hard game. We're going to the basket. They are saying we're initiating contact. I got to watch the film, but we've also got to go in there better and finish. They're layups. And they don't really have a great shot blocker out there. They have help defense. We either got to finish in there or come to a jump stop and try to kick out for threes, and that's when we will be at our best. And we do it some of the time. We need to do it all the time. And if we can do that, we'll just become a better team like this.
Appreciate it, Hop. Thank you.
Yeah,
Dan Raley, go ahead, Dan.
Mike, when you mentioned you pulled those guys out early in the game before your rotation typically would have started, the broadcast showed you giving a very passionate, looked like a bit of encouragement to maybe Eric Stevenson, and it was pretty cool to watch. Could you tell us, what was going on in your head and what you're saying and things like that?
We've got really, listen, it's with a lot of these kids, it's all about confidence, Dan. And sometimes when a coach takes a player out early, it might be for a reason or this, and then they pout, they put their head down. And I just wanted Eric to know that we need him. And when he plays his best, we're at our best, and that we love him. And, I told him to say whatever you want to say to me in my face. I get a little passionate. But I just wanted him to know that he's a great player, and I want him to play with that passion. Regardless if you're scoring, he's a fighter, he's physical, he can pass. And do everything you can to help this team win in all areas. I probably used a few words that I don't want to tell you about, but anyway, that's kind of basis of the speech.
James Price.
Hey, Coach, thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, James.
You touched on this just a second ago, but you went pretty deep into the bench early on and rolled with that 4-guard lineup pretty frequently. Was that an attempt to keep the bigs from picking up fouls, or what were you looking for going small?
It was that I wanted energy on the floor. I wanted to. It's kind of like sometimes you need a defibrillator to check, to get your team moving. And we put energy on the floor, and Cole came in and gave us a good pop. He had a big rebound in there. Riley did a good job. Nate Pryor came out and was pushing the ball and bouncing on defense. And we've got a lot of good players in this program, and that bring all different type of attributes. And I felt that they came in and kind of calmed down the team, and not calm it down, but got some energy, got the comeback. We got the other guys back in the game, and we were able to settle down and get the thing right. So they were a huge part of this game, having a chance to win for sure.
Right. And just one more thing. With regards to the foul trouble, what do you think in your mind has to happen to protect your bigs and kind of keep them on the court rather than on the bench?
It's hard. It's hard. We've talked about trapping. There's so many different things. Like you can trap, but then you're vulnerable to the 3-point shot. We gave up the 3-point shot anyway tonight, unfortunately. But that's probably the best way. And the best way to not get usually to do good post defense is not letting them touch the ball. And so there's a few strategies that we can do to try to do that. And then our guys got to keep getting better and being more poised. And I think we can get better there. But that foul trouble hurts us, especially with our rotations and our size.
Got it. Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Maz Vida, go ahead, Maz.
Hey, Hop. The turnovers looks like that was an improvement at 10 points. And B, it looks like, looking at the steals and all those things, are they starting to get the little things matter most in terms of getting over that hump?
You know what? You just got to play. You can't play with an agenda. You got to play. When I say agenda, like, you can't already make up your mind what you're going to do. You've got to play within the team system, defensively, offensively, play free, play confident, and fight. And, I thought we did that tonight for the most part. There was, I think that, a buddy of mine, actually someone on our staff, Jerry Hobby, says that Larry Brown, who he had worked for before, says the tail of a tough team is the rebound, because the rebound is actually like a loose ball. It's one of the things that both teams have a chance to go get. And so we've kind of measured that in terms of, our toughness. And against a team like UCLA, like tonight, only getting down by 3 rebounds, I thought was huge improvement. I think we were -10 or 11 down there, which gave us a chance. I thought that was a big part. We've got to be able to do that, obviously, against Washington State and our next opponents for sure, especially when we get in that foul trouble and we're small.
And no fans, and for everybody, but how much of a challenge is it for coaches to be able to get the players to create energy without the fans within themselves?
Well, but I think that's a hard thing, but it's a really cool thing, because you have to create your own energy. And energy is given when, like, the pass, right? It's an unselfish action, and I'm passing and you're passing, and there's energy in the ball. And then loose balls are energy. Charges give energy. Those are game-winning plays, hustle plays, diving on the floor. Those are the plays that create that energy. We had a guy tonight, Nate Pryor, who is, in terms of a teammate, I was going to put him in and take him out, and he knew Marcus was hot. He just kept, "Coach, I know it. I got it. You want me to come out?" And he's over there cheering and going, and our bench and our GAs and our walking, our staff, that energy is infectious. And so anybody, depending if you're playing your first man, last man, you get water, whatever it is, that energy is infectious, and we need it from everybody.